it's a couple weeks later. Couple weeks later since Mike got back from Optima. We're really far behind with editing and processing and all that stuff. So I figured, I don't know, talk to me about Optima. I wasn't there.
It was fun, a little stressful. There was a lot of moving parts, getting used to how it's set up. The people there were really great. Like, everybody was, it's a big meeting of car guys, so everybody was kind of on the same page. A lot of good competition. The cars there were pretty fast, or very fast, I should say.
Yeah, very fast.
Very fast.
Well, and it was the last event, so there are a lot of guys there that had been competing in other Optima events this year that were really
Dialed in.
Well, not just that, but if some of them hadn't qualified or hadn't been invited to the finals, which is happening right now in Vegas at SEMA. So there was a lot of people who were highly motivated to do really well.
Super determined, I guess.
But I mean, it wasn't a perfect weekend though. You did have issues because you went up early.
Yeah, we went up early. There was a test and tune session, which actually that helped me out a lot because track it wasn't a hard track to learn, but there was some places you had to learn. I think it's turn 8. Early on in the practice, I came in too fast, wrong line, and scared the crap out of myself. And then everybody was having mechanicals. We had Josh threw a belt, kept overheating. Kyle had some oil can issues or something. I was thinking mine was doing great, wasn't having any issues, and then turn 8 again, had a lot of smoke in the car, and did a quick check of the gauges. Everything looked good. Got through the S turn down the hill and looked behind me, and I had a pretty good smoke screen. Got off track, ended up getting it towed back to the pits, and then found out the fill plug of the transmission had left the chat. That was the...
Which is bizarre because we've had that transmission in the car for a year?
Over a year at this point.
With no issues and
we just had it on the lift, and there wasn't any seeping or leakage or anything. Everything was tight. So, I don't know. It was weird. So check your oil flow plug in the transmission.
Check things you don't think you need to check before you go on a really big track day. But you figured that out before the competition started, so...
Yeah, it was good. And then there was some chaos in my session. So you get 20 minutes no matter what. And we had some chaos, or I forget what all happened in ours. And they ended up black flagging us. We had to go to the pits. We sat for quite a bit of our session. So when we got back out, I really only got one good flying lap.
Well, this was for your actual session, not your practice day.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, kind of skipped ahead. So kind of figured out the track, got the car going good. Kind of called it early. And then on Friday, we had our sighting lap, and then we got our timed lap for the novice class for Optima. And like I said, we only got
So you only had one really good flying lap.
only got one really good timed lap for Optima, which was I think with a little more time I might have been a little better, but I don't think I'd have been super better, so I guess that was okay.
And then you had Autocross the next day?
Yeah, we had Autocross. And Autocross, the course that was a really fun course. A very fast course.
And this was before we put the new engine in, which...
Yeah, it would have been
You
really
guys- yeah.
needed.
The engine is technically in. Sneak
Yeah.
peek.
It's mostly in.
It's all the way in. We've driven it, but
Yeah,
that's not going to be in this video. This video is about Optimus, so we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. The
But that
engine
would have
was
been
sorely
good.
missed.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, it would have been. That would have been a good, because it was a horsepower track, and I was lacking compared to everybody else.
I thought you did. I mean, you fell mid-pack, though, for Autocross.
Yeah, Autocross was.
In the GTV class, I think it's pretty good.
There was
For your first
enough.
Optima.
There was enough corners I could make time up on a lot of the guys there, or not a lot of guys, but some of the guys there with what I had. It was all about maintaining what momentum I could keep or get, and then so yeah, I ended up 8th or 9th out of 16 cars. I forget how many it was in GTV. It was pretty good sized field, a lot of fast guys. But definitely a horsepower course. Pretty happy with that.
Championship going right down to the wire.
Speed stop was kind of the same thing. They were big speed stops. I kept getting the way the grid worked out. I was always running Brett Madsen, and yeah, his supercharger. I could just hear it screaming through the window every time, and as he just kind of like drove by me on the speed stop. But it was fun. We were having a ball because we were cracking up in the pits about being the slow guys out there. So it was. It was a fun event though. The kind of neat seeing the Trans Am cars. Kind of neat seeing our times compared to Trans Am cars on the same courses. But yeah,
Worth doing next year?
I think so. Definitely definitely one of the more expensive events we do.